Alright, I'm pretty sure we're live. Yep, looks like we are. Hello everybody, it's me, Tomebinder, and in this stream I'm going to be working on creating my new map. In particular, we're going to be working on the gameplay of it, the units and things like that. I'll do a little bit of scripting too, hopefully, and I'm going to finish up some of the decoration and visual things that are left over from the previous stream in this series. So before I get into that, I'm going to post out the link in all the usual places, as is the norm. So hold on a minute, I'll look out upon the nicely expanded beach house world while I do that. And there's actually still a significant backlog of things that people have requested to be put in the beach house, so those will be coming in soon. So as I have been saying I'll be doing, I'm going to be looking at one new location in the beach house world today, and another one in the next stream, and we'll just continue on from there. So, I'm just going to post the link out like this. Oh, Screwtail said there's going to be a stream, and I said yes, and I posted out the link. I'm also going to send the link out to the people who I can only communicate with via Steam, who are Ravmar and sort of Ben. Ben shows up in YouTube sometimes, but I mainly talk to him via Steam, so if my Steam would actually work, thank you. I'm not sure if Ravmar or Ben are online, but I'll send the link out just to be safe. Just give me a minute more while I send this link out. Looks like Ben may be online. And a lot of these people who I'm sending the link out to have now their own houses in the beach house world, which is very exciting. There's still a fair number of things that haven't been added, but they will be between this and the next stream. So anyway, we're just going to jump into things. It's a very casual day today. Kind of a light snow, both in the beach house world and in real life, actually. Is this going to be a chill, short stream? Because I have homework to do later today. It sure is, Scootal. It's probably not going to go longer than, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes, maybe tops. Just kind of a short stream to kind of ease into things. I'll probably post a video or two after this as well. I'm actually hoping to, because I saw you posted Half-Life Sector 14. I'm hoping to record a video on that today if I can. As well as get up the second part of Four Nights at Beach House 2. So, lots of interesting things to look forward to. And I suppose I should say right now, because I've been forgetting to do this at the beginning of my streams, but if you do want to support my channel, you can always leave a like and subscribe or follow my Steam Workshop. I'm going to go through here, through here, and find the map that we're going to be working on today. And like I said, mostly going to be focusing on units. Welcome to the stream, Jacob. Here we go. So, as always, I haven't made any edits to the map yet. The only edit that I have made was to put down one unit right here on the hill for the thumbnail. You can see this is kind of the angle that the thumbnail was taken at, but I removed it. I didn't save that edit, so I hope you won't be upset that I did one edit off camera. I know that's kind of against my rules. I'm very sorry for that. But today we're going to try and finish up the detailing of this map and start working on the gameplay side of things, especially the units. We have a few units down here in prefabbed form, but that's not exactly what we're going for at the moment. So, I think we're going to start with some trees. I think we are going to start with trees, and I'm not sure if we want to use conifers or just regular trees. I don't think we can do a mix of both. We'll see how it looks. But if we can just get a little kind of copse of trees all together like this, and then duplicate it around the map, this should actually go fairly quickly, the process of making these background forests. And now that we're not in the beach house world anymore, which by the way, the beach house world is getting to have quite a few objects, which is why I turned down my graphics. But we're not there anymore, so I'm going to be turning my graphics back up, so give me just a quick moment while I do that. Yes, I certainly am constructing, Mr. Jackpot, yep. I kind of like this series because I get to do something that's, I don't know, it's a little bit different. Most of my streams are related to playing other people's Ancient Warfare 3 content, but this is a little more hands-on, and I'm hoping to, this almost feels like an infinitely expanding backlog of maps that I've promised to play, but I'm hoping to, at some point, get a few more videos out about map creation. I think something that's stopping me from doing that is, first of all, the large list of things, but also the things I am currently working on, good to the company and such, are classified. You know, I can't talk about them on stream. Okay, so yeah, I think this looks pretty nice for a background forest. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything, and it's okay if it looks a little bit copied and pasted, but I don't think it'll look that bad or anything. In some parts we're going to have to change things, but for now I think it looks okay. So like I said, we're going to be doing the environment today. And this is also a very quiet stream, I'm noticing. Do you think we should get some music going for this type of stream? Because when I'm not going to be doing gameplay, it'll just be just be utter silence for a while throughout the duration of the stream, but maybe it would be a little bit more interesting for people viewing if I played some music. So what do you think about that? Would you mind sharing your opinions on that? If I could find some old Kevin MacLeod for us or something, or I could actually just play the in-game music, would be fine. I'm listening to Metal Gear Solid Alert theme. You know, I've never played those games, but that's cool. There's a lot of games I haven't played, actually. I had a somewhat restricted inventory of them. And still do, mainly because I just don't know what's good, what I should be checking out. So maybe someday when I start doing Wild Wednesdays, you can recommend games for me to play, and I'll do that. Anyway, here we go. We're just getting some copses down, very simple stuff. And looks like the person who specifically asked for this stream, Jay, has not actually joined. I realized that he asked me to ping him when I do streams, so I'm going to do that right now. Give me a brief moment, everybody. Jay and Peanut want pings when I stream, so hold on. His name is JFX, and then this is Peanut. Working on a Valley update, and accidentally deleted the airship. Uh-oh. Updated it. Okay. I see your updated warehouse, Mr. Jackpot. It hasn't been added to the beach house yet, so that's fine. I'm going to put in the warehouse between now and the next stream, and things will work just fine. Welcome. Welcome, NG. I'm currently building a nice little forest for the background here. And I'm going to try to have a kind of a row of forest here in the background. This is a visual that I was trying to envision in my head when I first conceived this map. We'll kind of have this kind of stretch upward a little bit. The trees look a little weird when they're on too steep of an angle, but I don't think we have that right now. Hey, I'm the creator of Salerno Landings and the Disaster of Cold War 1964. I just wanted to say that you're opening a channel. Oh, that's cool. Nice to see you on the stream. Do you mean that the Cold War 1964 map was a disaster? I don't think it was necessarily a disaster. I just think, I don't know, it was a little bit unfinished is all I'm going to say. It certainly was not bad. I actually had quite a bit of fun with it. I played through the whole thing until I got obviously stopped by that key, but definitely solid. We're going to go over here. Yeah, I kind of like how this forest looks. What do you guys think? Scootel. Oh, that's not a question for me. You messed up with the keys. Ah, yeah, that's fine. It's fine. It happens to everybody, to be honest. I did that even on Good of the Company, so don't worry about it. Well, if you ever have any other maps you want me to play, Daniel, just let me know, because I'm always looking for new content to check out on the Tomebinder channel. Welcome to the stream, Antonio. Hello, I hope you're not late like yesterday. You're not late. Lamb, we just started up. You arrived just on time. I'm currently building a big old forest, which I think it looks pretty good, but what do you guys think? We're going to really duplicate it now and see how this visual comes across. Do something like this, maybe. I kind of like this, to be honest. Definitely adds some depth to the world, which is what I was trying to do. And you know, there's actually my chat is being a little bit blocked by something. So give me just a quick second here, and I'll get it so I can see the chat much better. Now I can. Hold on. Now I can. We're good now. Okay. So yeah, I think it's always good if you want to have a map feel bigger to have some depth to it. And I think it sort of bumbled my way through this, but I actually think it adds a lot of nice dimension. So definitely a technique you can replicate for yourself if you wish. I will not mind. Normally I also sometimes add bushes in front of trees. That is a good idea. I'm just doing trees right now, but I probably will put in other wildlife too. Might as well, right? We're going to do most of the heavy lifting with the environment on this stream. And after that, we'll jump right into the gameplay side of things. But I just want to have it feel a little more completed and polished when we jump into the gameplay. Because we'll be getting closer to the end game when we start adding things like units. By the way, can you explain to me the idea of the beach house and why it's full of snow? Sure, the beach house is sort of my headquarters for whenever I start a new stream. It's sort of like my jumping off point when I explore into the workshop. And it's full of snow because it sort of exists in a world where, or a part of the world anyway, where physics don't work normally. And it's snowing because it's the winter, obviously. But normally the beach house is full of sand and it's nice and warm, but it happens to be the winter right now, so pretty soon it'll melt, but not quite yet. And plenty of different people from the Ancient Warfare 3 community have houses and buildings in the beach house world, which you can have that if you want as well. You just have to upload a prefab to the workshop that has beach house in the name Tomebinder in the name or description, and I'll have it built for you in the beach house world. I feel bad to watch a live stream during school. Oh, Antonio, you don't need to watch this stream during school if you don't want, because like I said, I've been saying there's always a video form. But if you have free time, that's okay. But if you don't, you should not be watching this stream. You should not be prioritizing this stream over your education. I guess you're doing that? Oh, cool. Cool, Daniel. Yeah, it would be always nice to have some more neighbors in the beach house world, so very nice. Just duplicating this, however, it seems to look nice. It's not really an exact science. It's more of an art than a science. Just kind of have to go based on what visually looks nice to you. But I think this looks pretty good. And after this, we'll probably do a little bit more terrain painting for the background too, focusing a lot more on the background environment. So that'll clear up a lot of time and just a lot of time for adding in units and stuff like that. So, yep. And obviously, this is the same collection of trees, just rotated in different ways. So, and obviously, I'm trying to make it feel very natural and not have them be identically spaced. Hi, Ravmar, in the stream. Very cool. Nice to see you. Currently, I'm just making a big old forest around this map, and after that, we're going to jump right into adding those rebel units. Each stream for this series sort of bleeds into the next one. So obviously, this one is called units, but I'm not quite there yet. But the main focus, I assume, is going to be units, as long as nothing drastically changes about the nature of the stream. I think we'll be doing units fairly soon here. Your kitten is on your desk. Oh my gosh. On the screen? What? I can't believe it. Doesn't that cat know you're trying to learn how to place trees in Ancient Warfare 3? That's very inconsiderate. I'm going to put up some trees right here, because I think, for one thing, it'll add a little bit of... it'll add some dimension here. If we get some trees way back here, they'll be visible at the start, which I think is going to do wonders for that sense of dimension. So we'll see in just a second how that all turns out. She's trying to go onto your keyboard. No! Oh no! I'll be back. Need school for a little bit. Alright, that's fine, Antonio. See you later. Alright, we're just going to fill this in. We don't want to have too many open spaces if there's a forest. Yeah, we really just need to do something like that. Okay, we'll continue forward, I think. We don't have to take too long on this environment stuff, and you'll notice I'm not covering every single part of the background in trees. That's because in this area you're not gonna see the entire background. It's always kind of broken up into segments and angles. So there's no need to fill this area. This player's never gonna see it. They'll be inside when they would have been able to see that, so it's okay. We don't need to unnecessarily bloat the the object count on this map. That would be not a good idea. That was a good time to listen to Metal Gear Solid Alert theme. Okay, since you have to fight your kitten to stop her from getting your keyboard. It's a boss fight. Actually, it's not a boss fight. It's like a sort of hostage rescue. You have to rescue the keyboard. Actually, we're almost done here. This is taking much less time than I thought, which is great. And once we're done with this, we'll move right on to bushes and stuff, which will take much less time, because that's really just a matter of spam clicking. You require much less thought when putting bushes down compared to trees. So, but yeah, you can already see this I think anyway, looks much more full and developed than how it was even at the start of the stream, because of all the trees. They really fill the space. You want to have your space filled in Ancient Warfare 3. If that's one thing that I want you to take away from watching my channel, is that you should not have too much emptiness in your maps unless it serves a very important purpose, which there's no important purpose for emptiness in this map, so I'm going to be filling pretty much everything in with some form of detail. I made a couple of maps yesterday and this morning, a remake of my old Iwo Jima map. Oh, I saw that. And Hurtgen Forest. And now I'm working on a Dunkirk town battle. Very cool. I have at least that Iwo Jima map on my list for tomorrow's stream, Daniel, if you want to join in tomorrow at about this time. I'll be checking that out. And the other ones I can pop on as well. No problem. We don't actually have a super big list for tomorrow yet, so always happy to populate it with new stuff. I think now we're going to bring the forest up to the plateau here. Actually, that's a very dense area of trees. I don't need to copy that. We can copy this. Yeah, that already looks very nice, I think. Well, what do you guys think? Do you get the sense that these look copied and pasted? Like, am I on the right track here? Because it's going to be a good idea to get second opinions here. Playtesting, second opinions, that's always going to help your maps too. And by fight, I mean distract her by petting her. Yeah, I figured you weren't actually going to fight your cat, Jacob. Don't worry. Let's fill this area here, have kind of the base of the plateau filled up with trees. I think that'll look pretty nice. And then in this area as well, kind of like putting together a puzzle, honestly. It's kind of relaxing to fill this area up with trees. One of the more fun and interesting, addicting parts of Ancient Warfare 3. Just curious, says Ravmar. Oh, I must have missed your question. Hold on. Let me just finish putting in a few trees, and then I'll click right into it. Hold on. What does it say? Just curious. So, when do you think...
Hello, everybody. It's me, Tomebinder, and it's nice to have you here.
Sorry,
because,
guys.
boy, oh boy, this is going to be an interesting video. As you can see,
Who was that guy? He was weird. No, I accidentally clicked into a link I sent Ben. I sent him the FNAB 2 video. Rathmar says in the stream, when do you think part 2 for FNAB 2 is? I'm hoping to post that later today, actually, because I got the first one up yesterday. Yeah, I'll finish up FNAB 2 tonight. Not sure I'll be able to finish editing and uploading it, though, but I will definitely record the rest of it later today. It would be an ideal world if I could post the part 2 tonight, but I generally don't post things too late in the evening, so if it ends up taking too long, I just won't post it. Rathmar says, awesome. Glad you think so. I've been enjoying that campaign. So, are there any areas here that you think could use a little bit more treeifying? Maybe over here. Yeah, I can see some emptiness over here. We will destroy the emptiness. Fill it with excitement and joy. Yeah, there we go. I'll definitely do that. Join the stream. My English is bad, so I spent 10 seconds trying to discover how to write definitely. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. And definitely do that. Oh, you mean you'll definitely join the stream tomorrow? Okay, cool. Yeah, it'll be nice to have you. We have sort of a crew of people who join those variety streams. Generally, these map-making streams don't get quite as many viewers, but when we do a variety stream, you'll have a nice, large group of people usually to talk to. But I don't mind having the map-making streams be smaller. They're a little bit more targeted, and a lot of those people in the variety streams already know their craft, you know. Plus, it's not about the numbers, to be honest. Yeah, I think this looks nice. It could maybe use a little bit more variety in the tree types, actually, but it's not too bad in that respect. So I think we'll move on from that. Actually, let's save this quickly. Hold on. New map. And get a bush going. I found this video on my Chromebook, so I started watching it on my tablet, so I can always watch it. Oh, that's cool. Well, then welcome to the stream, Billy. I don't think I've seen you around here before, but I'm making a map in Ancient Warfare 3. Yeah. Right now, I'm just making a nice big old forest. I want to make a map now. Thanks for getting new ideas for me. Oh, you're welcome, Lame. That's pretty much the exact reason I do this type of stream, to give people ideas, so very nice. I will look forward to playing your video. Not video, your map. Silly me. We'll just get a few collections of bushes here. Very simple, just gotta spam them around. Nothing too fancy at all. We might want to smooth this area out a little bit with the trees. I'm not really sure. Maybe we could do some here and here, and then just have it kind of go upward. I'm not sure how good this looks, so we're going to have to check that in a minute. Also, I'm not an alphabet? I don't know what you mean by that. You're actually Italian. I believe you. Okay, so I realized one thing that I forgot to do. Oh, maybe I did this on purpose, but Did I forget to do it, or did I intentionally choose to have this one stick out? I don't know why I would do that, so I think I'm going to now do that thing where I bring over the walls and stuff, so it kind of connects into the hills. First thing I have to do is raise the hills. I'll just do the same technique that I did for this. Oh, I didn't do it for this. Oh my goodness. I didn't do it for any of them. I have to do that now. That's embarrassing of me. Hold on. You'll let me know when it's done. Sounds good, Lane. If it's done before tomorrow, I could play it on tomorrow's variety stream. And just a reminder to anybody watching, I always stream at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, U.S. Eastern Time, on weekdays, and always at 4... sorry, did I say... I mean 2 p.m. No, what? Okay. Gonna start from the beginning. I always stream at 4 p.m. Eastern on weekdays and 2 p.m. Eastern on weekends. Very sorry about that slip up there. It confuses even me sometimes. Maybe I'll publish my schedule or something. I'll put it on my About Me tab. But yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern on weekdays, 2 p.m. Eastern on weekends. Sorry about that. That was a little goof on my part. We'll get this elevated a little bit. Okay, I'm back. You're in break time. So what's going on? Well, right now I'm just elevating this hill, Antonio, so I can connect the bunker doorway into it. Just gotta do something like this, and we should be pretty good from there. It does not have to be perfect. We will save that. We do not want to update any modular buildings. This is an important lesson as well for anybody who doesn't know. When you are messing with terrain and you have lots of modular buildings in your map, you definitely want to have it not update modular buildings when you save your terrain. We'll just kind of do this a little bit, nothing too fancy, and then we're done with that. We're done with that entrance now. So what I'm going to do now is grab this and just put the color down on here so it's not that different colored gray, and we'll be pretty close to done. So yeah, basically we are just filling in the cracks from the previous stream, and then we're going to jump on over to the units. We've only been going for about 20 minutes. I think before the 45-minute mark we'll jump into the unit type of things, but for now I think we're having a pretty good time, at least I am, with this terrain. Like I said earlier, it's actually pretty satisfying. I had forgotten about that. You see, I actually do a lot of interior maps in Ancient Warfare 3, and so having an interior-exterior combination map is something that has appealed to me for a long time, so I'm glad to be able to finally do it. I'm going to do the same thing I did earlier and just bring over the interior a little bit. Antonio, for me it's night, so are you doing school now, or is the clock a little different? I'm pretty sure Antonio is in a different time zone if he's in school now and it's not nighttime. I found this channel today. What do you think of my username? Oh, are you Billy? Is that you, Billy? That is an interesting username. I'm not sure what to think of it. But did you just change your channel name? I don't know if I can have any sort of comment about that name. It's a little odd, to be honest. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this. Okay, now we're just going to elevate the hills here so that we get the same effect as we had over on this door frame. Got a little fly around here. In real life, not in Ancient Warfare 3. Alright, let's remove these things. These are just extra pieces that I had to create in order to make the shapes I wanted. And then now we just need to quickly raise up the hill here. I'll bring up this fly is getting in my face. I just need to bring this up a little bit. It's not one of those big flies, it's just one of the little kind of fast little ones. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, I don't know. I wonder if I'm going to playtest Good at the Company Paradigm Shift as I have volunteered. Well, Raf Mark, to be honest, I don't have much for you to playtest yet. When the campaign gets a little bit closer to done, and I have voice lines and stuff in it, then I will start sending out the call for playtesters. Alright, we're gonna color this. We're gonna color this the darker gray. Antonio, are you going to only be map making? If so, good. I need to download some more units and stuff. Yes, I'm only going to be map making on this stream, Antonio, but tomorrow I will be playing some maps, back to the variety stream type content. So you have until tomorrow if you want to upload any more maps for me to play. Okay, well I think we have the environment pretty much, well, at least quite close to done. This area doesn't need to have anything in it. Oh, and he just confirmed that he is Billy. Well, to be honest, I don't know if I have any comments on your username. I've never really seriously interacted with anybody with that kind of username. I'm not sure I'm going to call you that. I think I'll stick to saying Billy if it's all the same to you. I like turtle. Okay, Angie. Well, yeah, we have now our environment, and I think we're going to focus now on placing down some enemies. Pretty simple stuff, really. I suppose what I should do before any enemies is get the player's equipment. So, we'll do the classic Green District equipment that has been serving me well for quite a long time. I think we'll just stick with that for now. Maybe we'll get some friendly units in a bit, but first we're going to add enemies to decide how many friendly units we want. I may not be here for the whole stream, but I will watch it in video form. Sounds good, Antonio. This will be a shorter stream than usual. I'm going to predict it will only last about 90 to 80 minutes, just so you know. So if you want to stick around the whole time, that is only if you're able to. That'll be cool. So I think a lot of the stuff we're going to be doing on this stream is actually scripting in unit encounters rather than placing them down in guard mode, just because it adds a little bit more movement to the map, I think. A little more life to the map to have the units always moving rather than staying static. So I think we'll do it that way. Actually, here's an idea. Let's do a trigger right here. I think what will have happen is when the player walks around this corner here, it's going to explode that window, and a enemy unit's going to appear there to shoot down at them. Actually, how about we put that on a delay timer? Yeah, Carl 2021. Yeah, I saw some units left over from Good of the Company. Yeah. Well, let's get a one-time script going in here. And once again, this is something that I recommend everybody who plays Ancient Warfare 3 to have. But we'll just have a little delay note here, and that'll delay the destruction of the window and the spawning in of the enemy up there. Good evening, Jay. Nice to see you. You're the one who encouraged me to make this stream, so it would have been sad if you did not show up. Delay of 4, and now we'll just have a quick kill node. This is just a pretty simple script. I'm not going to put a huge amount of, I think, energy into the scripting on this map. It'll just be solid scripts, but nothing extremely elaborate, because I don't want to have a super long portion of these streams dedicated to scripting, because that's just not fun to watch, to be honest. And also, I can't really commentate over scripting very well. No, it's fine, Jay. I didn't mean to offend or anything when I said that. Let's spawn a custom unit here. Custom unit EX. Let's see what the difference is. I don't quite remember. I think we'll just do a spawn custom unit. So after that 4 seconds has passed, we'll get a custom unit in here of one of the Green District rebels, and he is going to come in and have a nice little firing position over the... Oh, nope, not Mammoth. Green District rebel. It'll be this guy. Why not? And we'll have the unit type be red, and I'll get this position, and then we'll have him set the position to the window. So just a very simple kind of spawn somewhere and then walk somewhere script. I'll maybe save this as well just to make it go by a little bit faster when we're spawning in units and having those encounters. Is this like a special ops mission type map? It certainly is, yep. This is part of a kind of a modern setting I have called Green District, and you are taking the role of a special forces operator who is sent in to take out this kind of mixed underground and above ground facility. So now we're going to get the set target position here, and it'll just go up right to the window and presumably start firing immediately upon the player. So we'll test that out in a second, and if that script works, then we're going to be able to very easily replicate it in many other encounters and have this process of placing down enemies go by much faster. So let's save this to make sure that everything's in place before we playtest. And now we're going to go in. The most famous Green District rebel, Desert Mammoth. Ah yes, of course. The infamous commander of the Green District forces. So we will... Yeah, I like how this looks with the force, but it's not quite done, of course, so... Yep, we're gonna hit play now. Hey, man. So my immediate thought is that we obviously have to have this guy not be doing nothing. If he sees me, he's got to be shooting me. So the idea behind the Green District maps, I'm going to try to start adopting a idea of extreme realism as much as I can. So this guy should definitely be... Yeah, so he finally did start shooting at me. Took him his sweet time, though. Let's bring this back up. Alright, that went down quite easily. We're going to push in here. And so their outer defenses are pretty pathetic at the moment, but we're going to be working on strengthening them on this stream. Let's get this guy. And now, let's see what happens here. Oh, I must have turned off destruction. That's got to be why. So let's go back in there. But it is supposed to destroy that window and have a soldier come out there and start shooting down on me. So let's waiting for this to go back into the custom battle editor, and then I will enable destruction on that window. So theoretically, it will be possible for the player to shoot the window out first. What's Operation Heimdall? It's just a really old. Well, it's not really old, but it's something I was messing around with, sort of an Arma type thing. A while ago I had a map called Operation Spork. It's like my second ever Ancient Warfare 3 map, and so I was considering redoing that in a sort of Arma type setting, but I stopped working on it a while back. What do you think about my units? Can you check them, like the Salerno Axis units? Because I don't know if I should upload them on the workshop. I haven't looked at them too closely, Daniel, but if you want, I can just quickly add to the list here to take a look at your units on tomorrow's stream. This is a sort of targeted stream. This is part of a series I'm doing where I make a map live. I go through the whole process of map creation live on stream, but tomorrow I'm going to be doing what's called a variety stream, which is basically a much broader range of content. So I'll be playing maps, and I'll be looking at the beach house and looking at other things, and so I can look at your units then. Or you know what I can do is look at them after this stream and send you like a text message with my thoughts on them. But I do try to keep things somewhat on theme. Oh look, it did break. Okay. Is he going to come over here? Here comes the rebel. Is he coming? I'm not sure he is. I am not certain that he is. Let's hit spectate. We'll see if he's coming over. Is he trying to? Oh, you know what? I bet this is locked. Okay, that'll be the problem. We'll play test that one more time, and assuming it works, we'll be able to replicate that script quite easily and have enemy ambushes all over the place. Those Green District guys will be crawling out of the woodwork. So what's this thing with Turtle Edgy? Why do you keep saying that? Is it just the latest meme? And alright, that sounds good to you, Daniel? Okay, I will be checking that out then on tomorrow's stream. I'll check out your units then. Yeah, we're going to unlock that and hit play again. Final playtest on this script, and if it works, like I said, we can mass produce it. Use a set target position script. I have been using that Ravmar, it's just been various things have been stopping me from having it work. For instance, the fact that that door was locked. So, but now things should be working properly. I hope and assume that I'll be able to have the script work now, because I think I've removed all barriers to its success at this point. You like turtles too? Okay, Billy likes turtles as well. If you guys make a Ancient Warfare 3 unit of a turtle, I could put it in the beach house. He could be the pig's friend. By the way, the vote for the pig's name hasn't officially concluded, but the name Tomepig has a pretty sizable lead. But you can still go back to the thank you stream and cast your vote. Ooh, I took a few hits on that guy this time. So this window is broken. Is the soldier going to come in? Oh, he is. Hey there, sir. You're going to shoot. Oh, he did shoot down. There we go. So very nice. It worked exactly as intended. Okay, so that guy's going to come down and fire down upon us. Very cool. Now what we're going to be able to do is save the script in just a prefabricated form and duplicate it all around the map to have different neat enemy encounters separate from this area. There is a turtle unit by turtle. I did see that. I could just pop that in, to be honest. He does sometimes show up in the stream, so it will make sense. Maybe I'll ask him about it afterwards, after I'm done recording here. But anyway, first I'm going to jump into this script and get it called ambush. And sorry, sometimes if you hear me cut off talking very briefly, it's because the fly has just flown in my face and I've lost my train of thought. Sorry, maybe I should stop talking about the fly. Anyway, ambush. Now I'm going to get this guy's range up a little bit. Actually, no. Maybe it'll be sort of like a standoff, is what I think I'll have it have happen. And the player can choose to shoot from outside the door. And if they shoot from outside the door, these guys rush out. Or they can enter the door without shooting, and then all of them open fire at once. I don't know, something along those lines. I don't have it quite nailed down yet. That's going to be my plan. They have a ton of soldiers just lined up here for a standoff, and then you can choose to approach this challenge in various ways. What do you think about the poorly made maps in the workshop, especially the ones in the front page? So the attitude I take towards maps that clearly don't have a lot of, like, mastery put into them, whatever, somebody who's newer to the game and their map gets put up on the workshop, I think really it's just unfortunate to have a map that's not representing the true power of the game on the workshop, but I also do think it's quite easy to teach the people who make those maps how to make maps that are generally better looking and better playing, so I definitely try not to attack people if their maps are not very high quality by our standards. Why was the player getting his head chopped off by the floor? I don't even know what you are referring to, NG. Let's get another rebel grunt over here, but actually I want to have a kind of variety in their looks. These are units that I saved a while back. These have been used for many a Green District map. So we'll just kind of have these guys set up in a sort of standoff situation, all with their guns trained on the door, because they know the Green District Special Forces are going to come after them, and so they're trying very hard to prepare an adequate line of defense, but pretty quickly they're going to find out their defenses are inadequate, so we'll have sort of a response team kind of garrisoned right here maybe, and they'll come and run out if they hear any trouble. I think that's how we'll have this work. Okay, so now we have to do a little bit more scripting, but I don't think that should be too big of a problem. The first possible outcome... Actually, you know what? We should do a trigger right here for when the player enters the door, and that will affect various things. So what we have to do now is... I guess we could do it with a regular variable. We have to do a variable that says, is the player inside this building? So we'll go in here, down to the bottom right corner. We have to create a variable by pressing that plus sign. Now we have a new one. We can press this to allow ourselves to rename it. We'll call it entered. And a bool is a true-false variable, so we're changing it to true-false, and automatically it'll be false. So when the player enters that trigger, it'll be set to true, which of course makes sense because they will have entered the building if they've entered that trigger. So anyway, entered will be enabled when they cross that trigger, and what that will have happen is, I think we'll do it so that it'll be constantly checking to see if entered is true. If it's not true, the units won't care. They'll still be in standoff mode. But if it is true, the units will realize that, the Special Forces guy is in our turf now, we have to shoot him. So we're going to have it always get entered, and have it see if the entered is equal to true. And if it is, we are going to just do a quick set target script. Very simple in that regard. As soon as I found this, was liken this to my tablet. What? I don't think I understand, Billy. As soon as I found this, it was liken this to my tablet, and then a straight face. I didn't quite get that. Could you restate that? It didn't send because autocorrect. Okay, that's why I wasn't understanding. But we're gonna have set target here, and we'll actually have it get the player first. I'm also going to try and make this map fairly friendly if anybody wants to modify it for their own purposes. I'm not sure if they are, but an easy way to do that is instead of referencing a player, just do get player like this. So we'll have... actually, why don't we just do an array, just to try and teach people a little bit more about arrays. The array will consist of all of the units in the standoff. So, unit, like that, and I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units over here in the standoff. Oh, these guys gotta be moved out of that trigger. But there's 5 units in the standoff, and we'll just do a for each node to take all these units and have them set the target to the player. So I'll show you how this all fits together here in just a moment. So, for each, I'm gonna grab that array, and for every unit in that array, we'll have them set their target to the player, just like this. Now all we have to do is fill the array with the units that we want to shoot the player. Should be fairly simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 units in the standoff. Connect them all up to various spots in the array. And now we just have to reference them, and this script should work fine and dandy. Just gotta click on all these guys. And I have to move that trigger, obviously, otherwise they'll trigger that window thing early, which is something I do not want. We'll do it like that. All we have to do. Alright, now we're going to hit play. First we'll save, though. Unpopular opinion, Mammoth's World War II units don't look cool or realistic, just saying. I haven't actually checked out that video, but yeah, there's a lot of different takes on World War II units. To be honest, I personally don't go the hyper-realistic route. Like, I know there's people who focus on the exact RGB stuff. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. I know that there were a few people advocating for that a while back, but I prefer to just do it if they look cool. I don't really go on realism. Ancient Warfare 3 is block. Yeah. And also the way Ancient Warfare 3 accepts RGB values is a little bit awkward sometimes. Whoa! So I've entered their range, obviously. So what I think I should do to have this standoff even work... Okay, you can see that the script is obviously working as intended, but to make it work a little bit better, I'm going to... what am I going to do? I could lower their range a little bit. I could do that. But then that would make it so they aren't going to hurt the player at all. Like, once they start shooting, they're going to be unable to kill the player just because of how short their range is. You actually have a World War II unit pack on the workshop. Very cool. Yeah, World War II is one of the great strengths of Ancient Warfare 3. It's something that a lot of people use it for. To this day, some of the most popular content on Ancient Warfare 3 remains the classic D-Day map. Let's see how far this guy's range is. Okay. He shouldn't be able to shoot me from that far away, but he is. Oh, this is the guy that shoots me from so far away. Okay, it's just this guy. I'll get him. I'll get his range lowered a little bit. Hold on. To make him not be crouching and moving, use a set guard behavior. Okay, I can do that. It's honestly fine if he moves while crouching, but I can still do that. Ravmar, sure. And by the way, I'm using health 100 just for, like I said, going for a little bit more realism here. Except for the main character. The main character is super strong and tough. Actually, well, the main character is just gonna have better armor. That's really what it is. Let's lower this attack distance to maybe like 40. Doesn't have to be super low, but it should be low enough that they won't be shooting the player from outside the gate. Oh, it's a massive unit packet. Okay, very cool. Very cool. I guess this has to be lowered as well, the engage range. I have a D-Day map, but still didn't publish it because it's a dead theme. I don't think D-Day maps are dead, to be honest. But I think what happened is people just were like, there are so many D-Day maps. Let's do something else. Because, to be honest, if you do the same thing 100 times, people are just going to click on it less. So that's kind of just what happened to it. But if you have a good piece of content, it shouldn't matter what the setting is. Thing is, though, you have to make sure that you have a good thumbnail. That's going to be an important factor that people take into consideration when they're deciding to click a map. So even if it's a setting that's been done to death, like D-Day, if you have a good thumbnail, you'll get some attention to it. Main character, 10 billion health. It does look weird when he's crouching and moving. I agree, Rafmar. I will fix that. Just gonna wait for this to load in here. Let's see if that guy shoots me outside the gate, because he's not supposed to be able to. Sir, don't shoot me now. Don't do it. He's shooting me from outside the gate. How very rude. So the standoff doesn't quite work the way it's supposed to. I think what I can do to fix that is to just have it constantly, if I haven't entered the gate, I'll have it constantly reset the target of the guys in here, or clear the target, which means they won't ever be able to shoot me. So we'll see if that works, because I don't want them shooting me until I get inside their tunnel, right? But they've been shooting me outside, which is something I really don't want to have happen. So anyway, let's see if we can fix that now with the magic of scripting. Here we go. Standoff, I'll call it. Why is the unit pack so big? Is it really that big? Wow. Okay. Get entered, and if entered is false, if the player is not inside the tunnel, we'll have it clear the target. Yeah, clear target, and we'll just do another for each. Very simple. For everything in that array, we'll grab that. For everything in that array, just clear it. Very, very simple, and we'll see if that works. Because, like I said, don't want them shooting me. Don't want them shooting me until I enter their territory. Can't wait to release your weapon pack. You're going to advertise it like a Ravenfield mod. Nice. With cool screenshots and everything. Nice. Well, first you got to complete it, Jay. Me when they run at me, comrade run, they're running. And again, Billy has changed his name another time, my goodness. Alright, we'll see if they shoot me. Don't shoot me, guys, don't do it. No, he did it. That's so sad. He's still shooting me. You know what? Maybe the trigger can be just moved a little bit outside. I might have to admit defeat on that and just move the trigger a little bit outside. You've got 239 units of World War II. That is a lot. I do not have that many units of World War II. I think, to be honest, I sort of prefer to go with, like, fictional settings. A while back I did some, like, medieval historical stuff. But I don't have too much World War II, so maybe I'll subscribe to your unit pack, Jacob. I'm a failure? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Celestia. You can't do this to me. I was defeated by a script. I never thought I'd be defeated by a script. It's literally just a blue box. But that's what did me in. We'll see if this does it, because I really just had to move it a little bit closer. When will you add ambience? That'll probably be on the one of the last episodes of this this stream series. So I'm thinking after this one, if I'm not done with the gameplay and stuff, I'll do one more for like probably a second wave of just detail, very very minor stuff. Maybe even like lore or something. That'll be that stream, and you know what? Maybe we could wrap ambience into that as well. But there's probably only going to be 1 or 2 more streams left until I'm actually done with this map, so it'll be coming fairly soon here. Okay, yeah. I think that's the way to do it. Yep, that's cool. So I broke the standoff, and now I'm getting in here, and we'll see if that script works. I'm pretty sure it does. Hey there. And now this thing's going to break, but I'm ready for it to break. I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, come on now. So what I need to do is lower that timer, because it takes too long to break. Also, I should maybe add some like glass breaking sound as well when I get the chance. It's a Kevin, but blue? What? What's a Kevin? I'm not sure what a Kevin is, man. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I think I know what it is. That's the it's the Fortnite thing. Kevin McLeod. Yeah, it's Kevin McLeod. Yeah. You could retreat somewhere in the base while you get a set target position and a clear target. Yeah, I could do that, Revmar. I think I'm okay with this version of the standoff for now, but I will change it if I feel that's necessary. I'm just going to tone down this delay here for the ambush to 2 seconds instead of 4. We've already sort of done all the enemy encounters we need to for this area, but how about I add a little bit of... Actually, you know what? No more detailing for this stream. We're just getting the hardcore gameplay down, I think. That's about all we need. Okay, this is the supply area. How about we have a few enemy troops start in the supply area and they sort of rush out? I kind of like that idea, so what we'll do is when the player enters here, they enter this trigger, a bunch of enemy units are going to spawn, but they'll be hidden in here and they kind of rush out at you. And they're going to rush out at you, but the thing is, individually they won't be that dangerous. They'll have an extremely low skill level. And I find that if you want to swarm players with enemies, you should account for that by by lowering their skill level significantly. Usually works for my projects. Okay, what we're going to do is, on trigger enter, let's get the ambush thing going again. And maybe we'll have another array here, because we're going to need... Actually, maybe we don't even need an array. Maybe we don't. We can have them all blob up, and we'll do a blob spawn, guys. I'll show you what a blob spawn is here. Hold on. Let's do a repeat. Actually, no, it's an end loop is I think what we want. And we'll have it repeat 6 times. No, 6. How about 5? There'll be 5 enemy soldiers in this room, and they will all swarm out at you from inside of that supply. They're going to be cramped pretty far into the supply. Actually, we'll have only 4. There's going to be 4 guys restocking at the supply point, and they will blob spawn to kill the player. Spawn custom unit X. We want an X here because we have to set their skill level. Did you see my profile picture? At first it seems normal, but there's a detail. I can't really make out any specific detail in your profile picture right now. Daniel, that's because I can only see it on my phone. But custom unit here. And we'll just spawn in a bunch of like enemy officers or something. I don't know, rebel. But we'll see. We'll see what we find when we search up rebel. We'll have like I don't know, this guy. Which guy here? How about the submachine gun? Just because it's a little bit weaker and makes a little more sense for close quarters rushes. Unit type is obviously going to be red. Me and I put down 1 unit. All right, that's a good day of work. All right, let's get a float 3 here. And the float 3 is simply going to be the supply point, so the player won't immediately see it, of course. And I don't even think I'm going to need to test this because I'm pretty confident that the script is going to work. So we'll wait till we get a little bit more stuff scripted in before we test this out. Have the behavior obviously be default. The range multiplier will be 0. Same range as normal. And then float for the skill will simply be... how about 0? Yeah, 0. Lowest possible skill, basically. They're just going to rush you and be very, very bad shots to make up for the sheer number of them. Okay, we'll just click on that and we'll be good to go there. And that's going to be the main enemy encounter for this room. Like I said, we're just doing enemy encounters for this stream, I think, not necessarily more detail. Because some areas certainly do need more detail. For instance, this room especially. But we're not going to be doing that at this moment. Me when I load up my map and do literally nothing. Good day at work. Well, if you want any ideas or something, or just anything at all, like advice, just let me know. Because I'm really happy to encourage workshop creators in any way that I can. But we're going to go up here now and try and get some enemy encounters in this area. We could have enemies pop out from these doors. I'm not sure if the players would find that like frustrating though. What if we had just like enemies on patrol here? That'd be kind of cool. Just get a little patrol going. Some rebels. How about 1 rebel? Rebel officer patrolling the area. Sure. Add him in. Just something like that. Pretty darn simple to be honest, but we can do it. And it'll also give the player the option, if they see this rebel through all this destruction down here, and they see his like just his little head up through there, they can shoot him and get rid of a threat from later on. It's the German, but he's pointing a gun at us. Who? Me after playtesting my 1-minute long map and changing nothing. A good day's work. Everybody's sharing there. Yeah, you know what? That does happen to the best of us. It happens really to just about anybody who plays a game like this. Because really, you are fueled only by your creativity and your determination in this game. And it's not like you get like a progress bar or anything. It's really a sandbox. So it's honestly just impressive that you complete anything in Ancient Warfare 3 just because of how open form it is. But I'm going to go in here now and we'll test out everything we have and see how this all works together. I have a couple of new messages. I just have to make sure. Okay, they're not related to this. It's okay. Giving more than one option to deal with a threat is a good game design, Valve. Oh, well, I think that's probably an example of that, I guess, because you can kill the guy beforehand, or you can kill him right when you encounter him. So very cool. And then yes, Celestia, who has never played Ancient Warfare 3, unfortunately, but he does live in the beach house world. What's the map about? Are you talking about this map, Daniel, or are you asking Jay? So I think we should also set it so that when I damage one of these guys, the rest of them will shoot as well. Jay, the really sad thing is that Celestia actually can't play Ancient Warfare 3. If he could, he would, I'm pretty sure. But he unfortunately is only on Mac. Yeah, very sad that he cannot. I could probably take some hints from that one, says Ben. Oh, I sent Ben the link to this stream. So I realize now I need to have a mechanic that opens this door up, otherwise I'm not going to be able to get to that encounter. So hold on, everybody. Idea: in random rooms, put hostages. With at the end, the player feels like they have done a good job. I could do that, actually. We could do this, have this be a hostage rescue. Sure, that'll add some complexity to it. You know, the original Green District was actually a hostage rescue map, so that's very interesting and cool. What's the map you're building about? It is it's about a special forces soldier who was sent in after the end of a war to deal with this kind of holdout bunker of a kind of rebel organization that it's been thoroughly defeated, but these guys just refuse to give up. See, they have this whole standoff going, but this soldier is sent in to clear them out for good. We're going to get a, you know what, how about I show you guys an interesting tactic that I learned a while ago. We're going to get a future building. And here's what we can do. We can layer it into the wall. Something like this. Pretty simple stuff. And then on this, we're going to put a lever, maybe? Would a lever stand out? Tell me, guys. You think? I think that stands out. We'll make it red, so that stands out just a little bit more. And maybe a little bit of light. We'll do all that. Okay, yeah. And then when this lever is switched, we're simply going to have it... Let's have the lever select. Actually, we'll have this building selected. But when the lever is switched... So, hold on. Switched. That switch. It's just going to delete all of these objects. And you know what? We'll do an array again, because I've started to get a little bit addicted to arrays, to be honest. Interesting thing to be addicted to. And then object will be the input for this array. All of these objects that make up the wall. Here we go. And there are a total of 6 wall objects in this wall. Have a mock-up hostage rescue and don't actually need to exfil the hostages. Oh, like you can script in a hostage rescue. That's true. Maybe I can do it that way. Yep, can do. I'll also have it play a sound when I open this door up. So now we simply have to fill up this array with the various objects that we need. And we can keep going. French and Italian people in an American Ancient Warfare 3 stream. Let's go. Yeah, it's kind of cool. There's a variety of different people from all across the world who watch Ancient Warfare 3 content, including my own. We have to select all this now, make sure that it's what I want selected, because unfortunately there are so many different possible references here. So but let's make sure we get the right stuff here. It's very hard to select the correct one. This is something that was absolute agony when making very large interiors, like in Good of the Company. Here's another one. And another one. And the final one is right here. Now I'm going to hit play and we'll test this out. Me with all those clues trying to find out how to open the darn gate. Very sad. Hopefully the light will indicate that you're supposed to open the gate, because otherwise I don't know how much else I'm going to be able to convince you or to sway you in that direction. And Ravmar is singing "I'm Blue" in the Steam chat. I think a distance slider would help to only show references which are close to the camera. That would be cool. Also, nice to see you, J&I. Very cool to have you in the stream. Do I have healing? Yes, I do. Yeah, Woe is right. I don't think he's ever been in these streams before. It's cool to see him. Alright, so let's get that guy. And now I'm going to get the ambush coming in here. Let's actually run back to the medkit, and we can go back to the ambush guy later. Oh, we have a... Of course, J&I is immediately met with a bot message. I'll get rid of it. Hello, it's pretty chill here. Well, thanks. That's kind of the atmosphere I'm trying to cultivate on this stream. We'll see if this script works, though. If the script doesn't work, I'm going to start screaming and raging. Oh, it does work. Look at that. We're going to head in here. And hopefully these guys are coming out. Yes, they are. Yeah, I think that's fine. There don't have to be too many units for this area. And then we have an immediate restock. And oh, thank you for helping, Celestia. Okay, so now we're going to just go as far as we can, because there's still a few other enemy encounters. Whoa! Hey, man. I didn't know... What? Oh, okay. So I was a little bit disoriented because I didn't see that there was a guy here. I'm not sure how he got over here. You know what? Maybe he was the ambusher guy. That's going to be my guess. Yeah, he was this ambusher guy who just decided to loop around. That's interesting. How he can do different tactics. Okay. Maybe I'll have him spawn like right in this room instead of out there, because if he goes out here, he can kind of loop around and cause weirdness. But this was on purpose, this guy being here. We're gonna go back to custom battle editor. Maybe add a sign to show all the stupid defenders how to open the darn gate. Well, the defenders know how to open the gate. They've just closed it up to prevent the special forces guys from getting in. Rafmar, why do you keep singing that song out of curiosity? Alright, we're gonna go over here. And we're just gonna change this ambush script so that he doesn't spawn outside the room. He has to spawn inside the room. That would be the best choice for us here. Right there. Okay, and hopefully everything should now work as intended, but I think we have the main encounter in this room pretty much complete. So we're going to head up here and get a few for this maze-like area. Now the thing is, I'm having a little bit of difficulty in coming up with like an interesting mechanic for this area. It's actually feeling a little samey, unfortunately. So what I'm going to try and do is have this room be yellow. This will be the yellow room. And then there'll be like a blue room or something. But each room will have a different kind of memorable thing. The yellow room can be like their money room. And the red room can be their medical room or something. I'm not sure. Maybe I will have this whole ceiling be yellow as well, with the black and white on the floor. Rafmar, if you're just going to spam this song, I'm probably going to turn off my Steam notifications, which I don't want to do, but it can be distracting. I'm going to get a red color here for this next room. Oh, wait. We've gone back. We've gone back to the red hallway, so maybe we won't have a red room. Maybe we'll have like a blue room or something. We'll see. We'll see what color comes to us in the spur of the moment here. That's fine, Rafmar. No big deal at all. Actually, maybe there's just going to be the one. Just the yellow. That's fine. We need to have kind of a big haul of money in here. How about like a safe? Not really sure why, but this is the room with the safe. The people in the truck wonder why the player is slamming the gate to say open sesame. Have to take desperate measures to open up the gate on this map. So yeah, this will be kind of money or like just a weapon, like an armory type thing, I think. Nothing too fancy or anything. They'll just have their weapons here. I won't feel it too much, but we do need to have an enemy ambush in this area. The thing is, though, in very tight spaces, enemy ambushes can feel cheap. And so I have to think of something to make it not feel cheap. I guess what we could do is have like a glass chamber in the middle or something. And so you'll be able to see through the glass that the enemies are coming. So it's not and they can't shoot you immediately, but they'll start shooting through the glass. But I think it gives you just a few extra seconds to react to the enemy assault. We'll get rid of this and create some doors. But I think the glass will be the way I'm going for here. Let's get a glass, not a glass wall, but a metal wall here. Metal door frame instead of a wall with an armored door. Actually, how about instead of an armored door, a modern door, so the player can again see just a little bit more of that enemy advance. So you'll come through here, you'll see that an enemy unit is advancing, hopefully, that's the idea, and then you'll be able to respond adequately. Something like that. Very simple, we don't have to have this go off too far or anything like that, and then we'll hit, not hitting play just yet. Not hitting play until I actually get this script up and running, so... Let's pop over a metal floor on top, which will act obviously as a roof. And then with an armored door, and behind this, we obviously need to put a shell of concrete, otherwise people will see that this is not in fact underground, and is just floating out in the middle of the air. But this setting is supposed to take place in an underground bunker, so we have to obscure the fact, we have to obscure all daylight, essentially. And the metal modulars often have cracks in them. Well, they always have cracks in them that lets you see outside of them, so we're just going to cover it up with concrete. And that should be good on that score. We're going to lock this armored door, though, so the player can't get out into that shell. And we're going to set everything here to have destruction on, except for a few things. In particular, we want that glass to be destructible, and that window to be destructible. So, let's go back over here. This glass should be destructible. There'll be something important in here, I'm not really sure yet, but that's what it'll be. Wait a minute, did I set destruction on to everything? Yeah, I did. I was supposed to set it for off for everything, but unfortunately I did the opposite. Destruction off. We'll head back in here. And by the way, the chat has sort of started to become talking about other languages, in particular French. Alright, well thanks for tuning into the stream, Jacob. Nice to see you while you were here. You can always watch the rest in video form if you want to see the rest of this construction process. But yeah, see you later then. Also, I would actually appreciate if you didn't have full conversations in another language in the stream chat, just so I can actually see what you're saying. I would appreciate that very much. Alright, let's paste that down. Okay. Well, we've gotten the main enemy arena set up for this maze, but we need to now place down the ambush. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to grab that ambush that we used earlier and have it trigger like right here maybe. We will just load that in and change the parameters a little bit. We don't have to have it kill anything, we just have to have it change the spawn location, and we don't even have to have it set a target position, because we're going to leave this door unlocked actually, so the unit can just run out and shoot the player on sight. And we're going to have a fairly sparse number of enemy units, I think, around here, just because we really don't want to have the fighting seem cheap in the maze. That's something that can happen very, very easily and frustrate people a lot with the corner fighting. But I think it'll be okay here because it's not really corner fighting. He's kind of in between corners. I think it's okay. Just have to have fast reflexes. It's not. I don't think it's quite the same. And then here, obviously, I'll fill up with more detail and stuff. I promise nothing bad's going on. I believe you, of course, Celestia. I challenge you to sing the Italian anthem. Oh my goodness, I think that would just not be a good idea for various reasons. I think for one thing, I would get it so wrong that it would just not be good. It would just not be good. We're gonna hit play here. Please don't crash. Thank you. It didn't crash. Why are the rebels... Oh, the rebels were defeated in the earlier Green District maps. Ravmar, this is actually, I think, the 4th or 5th Green District map that I made. There's the first one, Action at Green District, which was a WMC map, and then the sequel, Return to Green District, then there was War for Green District, and then most recently was Facility Siege, which was the map I made in my 3-hour map-making contest. So now I'm returning to the world of Green District with this map. Sing the American National Anthem. I'm not going to do any singing for you guys. I'm really sorry. I hate to disappoint you with that, but... Okay. Let's use this medkit here. And some more ammunition. And we should be pretty good to continue forward, sing the Popeyes National Anthem. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's get that guy. And now he should be... Yeah, there he is. But now this isn't breaking. Oh, right, because I didn't set that to destructible. I understand. That's supposed to be destructible, so that was my bad. Let's open this up and head in here. So mostly we should be able to, yeah, just shoot them as they come out. I might have to think of a way to make that a little bit more balanced of a fight. But yeah, well, let's restock very briefly at the supply point here, and then we should be able to move upward. If you won't sing the American National Anthem, I'm going to speak Russian. I just don't think that that streaming would be, sorry, not streaming, but singing would be a good feature of this stream. Firstly, and most importantly, because I cannot sing. I'm probably the least musical person I know. I'm gonna head in here. And there should be this officer up here now. Yes! Get him coming around the side. And this is the door we want to enter. What? Is it locked? It should not be locked. Is this the door we want to enter? You're just like me? Yeah. Yep, no singing ability here. So I guess I have to set a few things to destructible, but I think all of the scripts and mechanics should be working just fine. Just gonna wait for this to load back in. I actually have a message from... Oh, it's just from Ben. That was the one I saw earlier. Okay, well, now we just have to set a few things to be destructible, and then we'll be able to continue onward with setting the units and counters and stuff like that. This needs to be unlocked, and destruction should still be off. But over here, we need to set this thing to be destructible. And now we can continue regularly. And I think not jam-packing this area with enemies is hopefully going to add a little bit of tension to the player, especially because the ambience is going to give the sense that there's a lot more fighting, or a lot more population of this building, so the players should hopefully be constantly on edge. Almost sort of like a tactic that's used in horror games, is you get the player to have a lot of anticipation and don't actually overwhelm them too much. This, I feel like, could be a problem if the player doesn't see it first. So I might have, I'll have happen here is the player will enter this trigger and I'll spawn a bullet. I've never ever spawned a bullet in Ancient Warfare 3, everybody, so you're going to be learning right along with me here. Spawn bullet. Let's do a spawn bullet EX. Actually, do we need to do that? Maybe we don't need to. That seems like a few too many units for me. Not units, but inputs. Speed, direction. Okay. Well, we're going to try this, guys. Let's get the one-time script here. We're just going to have him shoot one bullet, and hopefully that'll tip the player off that there's an enemy off to the side, because we don't want to have them get absolutely wrecked when they've decided to turn left or right instead of left. So we're just going to have a one-time script. Again, you don't really want to have a cheap surprise for the player, so you have to kind of give them at least a chance to react to this. Me trying to think why YouTubers and content creators choose avatars like a mammoth or a pineapple. Couldn't tell you. The pineapple is a very old, kind of a warped version of a inside joke I had a long time ago. The inside joke itself I barely even remember, but the pineapple survives. We're going to spawn a bullet. We're spawning a bullet, folks. See if this works. Ravmar, please do not... Oh, I guess you can speak Russian. It's fine. It's not in the chat or anything. I don't really mind that much. I guess that caliber is fine. Let's get a position of float 3 here. And it will spawn right there on that unit. Actually, no, it'll spawn here. And then the direction will be going to right here. Oh, he's done now. Okay. Ravmar says he's done now. He just said a little bit of stuff in Russian and then stopped. The speed will be... 600, or no, 500, I guess. 500 said it was the default, and then the owner will be this guy right here, this red guy. So we'll set it to red. Okay, so I think that should work. That should work the way we want it to work. But we might not even need another unit at this point. Actually, no, we'll have a secondary wave of units come in when this guy dies. We'll store the script in global scripts because why not? But when this guy dies, it'll spawn in an ambush of 2 other soldiers. Liam is the pineapple in the hit song, Pineapple Pen. True. Okay. I don't even think we need an array for this. We're just going to duplicate the spawn script. It's a little bit lazy of a way of doing it, and it's certainly not the most efficient script, but it's kind of silly to have an array with only 2 things in it, unless you have some really specific reason for needing that. It's fast to duplicate it in this case. So we're just going to select this guy, and when he dies... and he'll obviously only die once. It'll just spawn 2 soldiers. Let's change this one. It'll spawn 2 soldiers back around the corner to ambush the player. Maybe we'll have them shout out, too. Okay, see you in a second then, Jay. Strange. Concerning, but see you in a second. Let's hit choose. Imagine NG versus Liam. Tabs versus Ravenfield. Who's better? That's a good question. I have both of those games. They're both good in their own ways. I could probably sink more hours into Ravenfield because it's more like a first-person shooter type thing. But, you know, Tabs does good battles. I'll give it that for sure. I was into Tabs long before I was into Ravenfield. We're going to do another future building. We'll do it the same way we did that first gate. If it'll let me, which I don't think it will, unfortunately. We'll have this look a bit different. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been playing Tabs for a long... Or I haven't been playing it for a while now, but I've had Tabs for quite a long time. But it's a bit hard to compare the two because they're both equally second place to Ancient Warfare 3 in my humble opinion. We're going to do a very similar script for the gate here. When this switch is switched, it will delete these 6 objects with a 4 each. Next week, we should do a crab game. I do have crab game, yeah. What do you mean by next week? Do you mean... Yeah, what do you mean by next week is my question. Ravmar said, only for a bit, though. What did he say? Ravmar said... Sing the American anthem now or I'll speak French. No! Ravmar, no! I'm not singing for you. I'm really sorry, but no. Crab game server would be quite interesting. A while back, I was talking about making a something kind of a tradition called Wild Wednesdays, which would be me just playing a totally random game that's not Ancient Warfare 3 every Wednesday. I don't think I'm going to do that, though, until I have a little bit more. I've covered pretty much everything I want to cover on Ancient Warfare 3, which will be never. But I think I'm just going to wait until my channel gets a little more situated, I think. Maybe like 200 subscribers I'll start doing that. I'm not really sure. But if you want to see me play other games like, I don't know, Enlisted, who knows? Lots of different other games in my Steam inventory. We're going to just duplicate this now. Do a live stream dedicated to it. I'm not going to do anything other than Ancient Warfare 3 on my channel until like I just said, probably a little more situated, because YouTube really prefers channels that are single topic, I've learned. And really, I really only want to use this channel for now to bring attention to Ancient Warfare 3, and I guess to show what it can do. But someday, I'm not sure when, but sorry about that. Someday I'll probably do other stuff, so don't worry about that. I'll keep you posted on that, because I do like the idea of Wild Wednesdays. A while back I recorded a game of Phasmophobia with some people from Ancient Warfare 3. I just never posted it, but that might be kind of fun to put up someday. Let's delete this thing, and now we should be pretty close. Actually, we should be completely able to get some enemy encounters over here. Yeah, my mic really freaked out. I do apologize for that. My microphone is set up on a very flimsy setting, not setting, but like a very flimsy base, and unfortunately that base fell down and then fell off my desk at the same time, so I do apologize for that. Easy Red 2 is pretty cool. I could do that. Haven't checked that out yet, though. Stream's ending, and also for the next hour I'll start building. Well, the stream will probably start to wind down in about 15 to 20 minutes, but I'll get as much of the encounter stuff done before then as I can. Let's head in here. There is one thing I want to script where these guys will react when I shoot them. I'll probably do that next when I go back into the custom battle editor. Hey. How's that for trigger discipline, huh? Huh? Frostfire? What do you think about that? Clip that, Buster. I'm gonna go around here. Whoa! I keep thinking there's a unit around here for some reason. Gotta shoot that guy, okay. We'll click that. And again, we're going to add like ambience and sound design on the next stream, so. Oh, I like that they flank. It's different every time, which is very cool. If you don't sing the American anthem, the FCA will kidnap you. Passive healing. Yes, look at this. Wow, I have amazing access to something called passive healing. I can't even think of any other way you'd call this. I think the only word for slowly regaining hit points would be passive healing. There is no other word for that, right? I don't think there is. That's an inside joke on this channel, by the way. If you don't know, for a very long time I didn't know, I wasn't using the word regeneration, just because I forgot that word existed in the English language, but now I do. Now I know that it's called regeneration, so I generally call it regeneration instead of passive healing. What are you, Rathmar, you're going crazy. Kidnap your cat? Oh, you're not talking to me, you're talking to Jacob, but Jacob went to sleep. We're going to go around through here. And, okay, let's see if this ambush works. I'm not sure it is. Did I not? Oh, it is working. He's just taking his sweet time to get here. Yeah, see, that's cool. I like that. He shoots you through the glass. So I think what we want to have happen is have him spawn much closer to the door. But I like that idea a lot of him just blasting through that glass. I think that would be kind of a cool little set piece. I don't know what you guys think. Shoot that guy. I'm going to keep going now. We're only waiting for a video with you and Mammoth. We'll do everything to make that happen. You know, me and Mammoth are working on a project together right now. But maybe someday we'll collaborate on an actual video. That'll be cool. Alright, we're going to head through here. And, that was the bullet, by the way. So it didn't quite work as intended, but I'll try to fix that. Oh, I see why. I think I see why. I'm at 3 health, you guys. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hey, his reinforcements showed up. I forgot about them. Where's the other guy? There's supposed to be 2 of them. Oh, maybe that other guy had invalid coordinates, or maybe I just spawned him somewhere over back there. Okay, I'm back. It's all been taken care of. Okay, Jay. Okay. That's what some people would call sus. I'll open this up, and now see you can ambush them. You can approach this challenge pretty much however you want. kind of sneak up behind them. I was thinking if you do it stealthily, if you kill them stealthily, it won't trigger any alarms. But if you shoot them from a distance, and then people see that, I don't know. There'll be various options at taking this area on, because it'll be one of the more challenging parts, but not challenging enough for the player to ignore the environment. Because I do like this. This was the main thing I wanted to do when I started making this map. I wanted to have the player be going inside and outside. So I want that aspect of the map to be focused on rather than just difficulty. So like I said, this is probably going to be a somewhat casual map compared to other things, like more in the vein of Green District Facility Siege for those who've played that. But I think I've just about handled most enemy encounters. There's a couple of things I need to do now. I need to add a list of things to do here. I'll write that down on Notepad. I need to increase the proximity of the glass guy. I'll know what that means. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, fix the coordinates of the two-man ambush. And I'll also maybe write down add healing resources somewhere before the second outside place. Those are my objectives right now. After that, I may start to actually wind the stream down, everybody. It could be a shorter stream than usual, unless you want me to keep going. I have a bit more free time on my hands if you want this to be a little longer than usual. It's just in the past I've sort of had these map-making streams last a little bit shorter by comparison to my review streams, but if you want, I can keep this going, because I'm certainly having a good time. I don't know about you all. Can I have 2 arms for $20? Sure, but I need extra 5 for the shipping. Okay, you guys really are what some people would call sus. Oh, I know what the problem is. It's got the delay on it. We don't want the delay. We just need to, yeah, we'll just get rid of the delay and it should be fine. And now that's one thing off. Let me cross that off the list here. Proximity of the glass guy has been increased. Now we're going to fix the coordinates of the two-man ambush, which is something we can do from over here. So it should be stored in this thing. Nope, in global scripts. I'm going to call it the two-man ambush, just because that's what I called it in the text. Yeah, there we go. And then just get us pretty basic, just like that. Okay. That's just about all I need, to be honest. Oh, wait, I know what the problem is. I know what the problem is. That was quite silly of me. I still have a set target position on these guys. That was a real Tomebinder moment. But now it's been fixed. And I'm also going to add some healing resources to this area before the outside. I'll put a little medikit right underneath that lever, so it should be fairly visible to the player. Okay, now we're going to try and work on this final encounter a little bit. Probably won't finish it on this stream, unless you want me to have it last a little bit longer. But nobody actually said if they wanted this stream to last a little longer than normal. If you want it to be normal length, it'll probably start to be wound down in about 10 minutes, maybe a little less. Just tell me what you think. But yeah, we have really achieved a lot of different encounters on this stream. It's been pretty cool. I'll try to... I'm not really sure. This area itself might deserve a little bit of time on its own in a second stream. But I really do need your opinion right now if you think I should try and tackle this right now, or have it be at the start of the next stream, which will be, I'm not sure, sometime fairly soon. I wouldn't mind if it was longer. It's something to do. Okay. Sure, Celestia. Well, I'll work on this for a while longer then, sure. Though I'll still wait for other people's opinions. Green District? More like Green District. Oh my gosh, Ravmar, you're right. Lots of people do end up dying in Green District. We're gonna just get some benches around here. Yeah, how about just... I mean, this doesn't look perfect or anything, but... this will be their kind of improvised camp, I think. We'll get some chairs down as well. We'll add a little bit of detail here, just for fun, before we start adding the enemy encounter. I think the real encounter we're going to want here is, let's get a bell here. I think there's going to be a watchman up in here who doesn't have a gun, and there's various things that the player can do to provoke the watchman, and if he gets provoked, this bell will start going off. You won't shoot the player, but the bell will go off, and if the bell goes off, all these guys will swarm the player. So that'll be, I think, a unique mechanic, hopefully. We're going to get one of these guys. We'll actually make him kind of unique. We'll give him a different set of equipment. We'll go into custom unit editor here. Can you give me advice for my channel? Like, what should I do other than updates on maps? I don't know. If you... updates on map... you can always make trailers for stuff, too. That's something that I think is sort of caught on a little bit more, is if you want to draw a little bit of attention to your maps, you can always create a short little gameplay trailer of it. That would be an interesting idea, if that's something you want to attempt. So I think for this guy, we're going to give him an eye patch, but we want him to be distinct from the other units so that he's not instantly shot down by the player. But if he does get shot down, of course, he can't ring the bell. So that's one reliable option if the player wants to do this stealthily. He'll have no gun, and instead of red armor, we'll give him like a, I don't know, something different. Maybe like an orangish armor. Like this, maybe. Sure. Works for me. And then kind of a brown for that. Just a little bit different for the watchman. He'll go up here and be standing kind of by the bell. Idea, make a glass box and put a creature with shark claws. A land shark? I could put a land shark in the map. Alright, we're gonna... Yeah, I think we'll just have him stand right here, to be honest. We could make him a passive, too, and have him, like, start ringing the bell, but that might be a little bit too complex for me at this exact moment. What are these things you call laws? What? Okay, well, I think what we'll have happen is we'll have a trigger here. No trigger. We need to have it registered if the player takes these guys out secretly or not. So if he takes out these units in these triggers, so if he's standing in any of these triggers while killing these two guys, it'll be stealth and nothing will happen, and he can approach it again however he wants. But if he shoots them outside of these triggers, aka far away, then the alarm will really go off, and these guys will start swarming into the tunnel, and you'll be in a bad situation because there is no cover in this tunnel. So you should definitely strongly consider a stealthy approach if you are exposed. If you see the enemies like back, you should try and sneak up behind them. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I think the first thing we want to get out of the way is a variable. We'll call it stealth. Oh, you're saying I can't have dead bodies in my... What? You know, this is like the second time someone has made a weird joke about that on this stream. Okay. I'm not quite... I might have to think on this, to be honest. I might not be able to make this whole area right now. That might be something I need to come back to for the next stream, because this is a fairly complex area. We're getting quite close to done now, but, yeah, this might be something I might want to revisit in another stream. Don't you love when you're making a map on the ocean biome and then you see sharks swimming or even flying around the island? Yes, that happens, right? Doesn't that happen? I think there's a bug where the sharks sometimes go up in the sky, but I'm not sure. That might just have been a joke. We're going to get a sign attached to this tower here. Yeah, something like this. Just to add a little bit of dimension. It's always about the dimension, guys. You don't want your maps to feel small. Well, I might actually, I might start to wind things down, to be honest. I'm a little bit tired right now from this hardcore work. No, it's not hardcore or anything, but I might be ready to start slowing down. I bit my lip, thought you should know. I'm very sorry to hear that, Scootal. That is painful. When I got my wisdom teeth out, I was pretty much constantly biting the inside of my mouth. Not really hard, but I always knew when it happened, and it was just, not fun. What did you just say, Redmar? Saying war crime in Green District is a war crime. What? Okay. Okay, Redmar. Alright, well, I'm going to save this, I guess. And if you guys don't mind, I will pick this up in the next episode of this stream series. But I've gotten a lot of progress here. And it's very fun to talk to people as I go through this progress and share my experience making this map with you. Might be a little loud in the background. Sorry about that. I'm gonna be winding the stream down though. So we're gonna head back to the beach house. Worst part is that if it turns into a canker sore, you feel it for a week. Yes. Oh my gosh, that is horrible. That is the absolute worst. I'm glad somebody else goes through this. I have a message from Angie. Oh, it's just a meme. Angie just sent me a meme. Okay. I'm not sure I'm gonna play the meme on stream though. Alright, well, I'm gonna hit play again. And so obviously, like I've been saying, the Beach House world has been expanded, but actually there's still a lot more stuff that hasn't been put in, that needs to be. So for the next stream, this is a big Beach House world, but it will actually be quite larger next time you see it. So let me hit play here, and I'm going to remind you all of when my next stream will be. Actually, I'll just say it now. I always stream at 4 p.m. Eastern on weekdays and 2 p.m. Eastern on weekends. Remember that, 4 p.m. weekdays, 2 p.m. weekends. And that hopefully, as long as my real life kind of permits, I'll be doing that again tomorrow. And I'll be playing a bunch of different maps I promised to play. And I don't have any of them really on hand. The only ones I remember on the list are Antonio's maps and the Iwo Jima and World War II stuff by Daniel. But there is other stuff that's going to be on tap for tomorrow. So be sure to jump into that if you can. And we can all hang out in that as I check out some maps. Can't wait for tomorrow's stream if you check my maps and the World War II units. Yep, I'll be doing both of those things, Daniel. I'll also be revealing the results of the poll about the pig's name, for those of you who care. Very different thing to shift to, but yes. This looks very nice, this water. The water with the ship next to it looks quite nice. That's the pig, by the way, if you want to vote on his name. You have to go back to the thank you stream, but there's a vote out on what his name should be. Of course, we get the Valley music again. I still haven't fixed that. I'll do that before the next stream, too. But yeah, let's look at this very nice looking water here. Again, something that Ancient Warfare 3 does very well. Yeah, it just looks really nice. But thank you, everybody, for tuning into the stream. Daniel's gonna time travel to tomorrow for the stream. Is that what you mean? I'm gonna drop the gun. I vote for his name to be dinner. Okay, Billy. But yeah, I am gonna start winding things down. So thank you, everybody, so much for tuning into the stream. This is a very fun series to go through. I think we made a lot of progress today, both with the environment and with the mechanics and units. So we're gonna continue that next time. Finish up the units and gameplay. Then we're gonna jump back into some of the more specific detailing, lore, that kind of stuff. And after that, ambience, sound design, final touches, and this map will be up and available for anybody to play. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it right yet. I think I had an idea in the first episode, so I might go back to refer to that. But yeah, we're getting pretty close to done now, so I do appreciate you coming in here. If you want to support my content, you can always leave a like and subscribe, or you can follow my Steam Workshop if you want to get notified when I post new maps to Ancient Warfare 3. My Steam Workshop is always linked in the description of my content if you want to check it out. And Warstriker says he's watching from school, but unfortunately I was just about to end the stream, so you can always watch it in video form, though that would be an ideal way, because unfortunately, yeah, these streams are always a little bit shorter. The ones that are not variety streams are a little bit shorter in general. It's been fun. Good night, at least for you. Alright. Yep, it has been fun, and good night to you, Daniel. I'll see you guys in the next video, which should be coming up later tonight, and the next stream, which will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. So once again, thanks for watching.